This is an iHeart podcast.
Wells Fargo seeks broad impact in their communities, focused on supporting customers and communities through housing affordability, small business growth, financial health, and more. Donated over $2 billion to strengthen local communities over the last 5 years. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/saydo. Support includes contributions from Wells Fargo and Company, Wells Fargo Bank N.A., and the Wells Fargo Foundation.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, faucets, vanities, doors, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a member? Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about maritime madams. Whether through scientific study, aquatic exploration, or legendary prowess, these women harness the power of the bodies of water that cover our Earth. Today's Womanican found her calling out on the seas among other maritime women like herself. Aboard her vessel, the Maiden, she raced across the ocean, charting her course with the first ever all-female crew in one of the world's biggest boat races. Let's meet Tracy Edwards. Tracy was born in 1962 in Berkshire, England. Her father died of a heart attack when Tracy was 10 years old, and her mother remarried an alcoholic. Tracy grew into a rebellious teen, stealing a car on one occasion, getting arrested on another, and finally getting expelled from school. Tracy knew she wanted to leave her troubled childhood behind, and when she turned 16 years old, she did just that. Without a diploma, Tracy set her sights on Greece. She backpacked, worked at bars, and eventually got a job as a stewardess on a charter yacht. Standing on the deck watching the ocean take over the horizon, Tracy felt exhilarated, like she'd never returned to solid ground. As she later said, "The ocean is the beginning of everything, and the land is the end." After her second sailing trip, the yacht skipper asked Tracy if she would one day steer a ship. Tracy left school at the age of 15, so she wasn't exactly up to date on her navigation skills, but in just 2 days, Tracy had learned to use the boat's navigational tools and secured a spot on a new yacht, the Atlantic Privateer. Granted, Tracy was going to work as the privateer's cook, but just being on the yacht was a thrilling opportunity. The privateer was set to race in the 1985 Whitbread Round the World race. For months, day and night, yacht crews raced across the seas to be the first to circumnavigate the globe and claim victory. The crews were almost all male. Out of the entire 260-person fleet, Tracy was one of just 4 women. She had to fight for her place on the yacht, but after the privateer won the race's second leg, her fellow crew members started calling Tracy their lucky charm. The privateer didn't come in first place, but Tracy's race around the world lit a new fire in her. She wanted to sail. When Tracy's request to move above deck was met with resistance, she said, "She had the most profound thought of my life. I realized no man would ever let me be the navigator during my lifetime." So Tracy decided to strike out on her own. She refinanced her house to buy a worse-for-wear boat to use for racing. She also secured additional financial backing from an unexpected ally, King Hussein of Jordan. Tracy first met him as a client on one of the yachts she worked on. They formed a friendship, and the king encouraged her ultimate vision, an all-female crew. Tracy refurbished the boat, called it Maiden, gathered her crew, and they set off at the start of the 1989 Whitbread race. At first, Tracy put together Maiden out of her personal desire to navigate. But she later reflected, Maiden was more than me. It was about anyone who was told they were not good enough. If I failed, my future would be their burden to bear. Sure enough, Maiden's crew turned heads. A male journalist started out the race referring to them as a tin full of tarts. By the end of the race, they'd become a tin full of smart, fast tarts. Life among the women on Maiden was a return to the freedom Tracy had felt that first time she set out to sea. The men on the privateer hardly ever made conversation with each other. But on Maiden, Tracy said, "We always talked, and we didn't have a single argument the whole trip. We had feisty discussions about which sails should be up because I didn't have a team of sheep." Maiden won 2 legs of the race and came second in class overall. It was the best result for a British boat in more than a decade. Tracy was awarded a Member of the Order of the British Empire for her accomplishment and became the first woman to be awarded the Yachtsman of the Year trophy. But life after the race was difficult. Tracy had to sell Maiden to pay off its cost. The team dissipated. Tracy was doing speaking tours, attending events, publishing a book. But her mental health and finances weren't doing well. When she was 43 years old, she lost her home in bankruptcy. She was helping her aging mother and raising her daughter as a single parent. And yet, Tracy got back up, returning to school for a psychology degree and eventually getting back out onto the ocean. In 1998, Tracy put together the first all-female crew to sail around the world nonstop. But after breaking 5 world records, their ship was wrecked off the coast of Chile. In 2002, she created one of the first mixed-gender teams to race in a boat called Maiden 2. Today, Tracy continues advocacy work for women and young people to sail. In the mid-2010s, when Maiden was found rotting in the Seychelles, Tracy and her crew raised money to buy the boat back and restore it, again with some help, this time from Princess Haya, King Hussein's daughter. On a suggestion from her own daughter, Tracy started sailing Maiden around the world in a project to advocate for girls' education. She also returned her old boat to the racing world. In 2024, Tracy watched a new generation of Maiden crew finish first in the Ocean Globe race, becoming the first all-female crew to win an around-the-world yacht race. All month, we're talking about maritime madams. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
Millions of people have turned to Claude, the AI assistant from Anthropic, because it just feels different. Where other AIs often sound a little robotic, Claude has been designed with special research that informs its character, meaning that Claude just gets it when it comes to empathy and emotional intelligence. That's why Claude has become the if you know choice for dating advice, career coaching, gathering your thoughts for those important life decisions, and more. Give Claude a try for free at Claude.com. That's CLAUDE.com. And let us know how you feel the difference.
This is an iHeart podcast.